Please start. Okay, Councilman Syracuse.
Thank you, sir. Next Monday, November 13th, is going to be the next meeting talking about the proposed first transit-oriented redevelopment district here in Davidson County. And that's going to be at 54 Donaldson Station at 5:30. So look forward to seeing all my neighbors there.
Thank you, Council Member. Any more announcements? I'm kind of feeling let down here. Nobody wants to make an announcement when I'm sitting in the chair. Oh, there you go. Council Lady Allen is first.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have two exciting things coming up in the Hillsborough West End neighborhood this month. The Hillsborough West End neighborhood annual meeting is taking place this Thursday at 7 o'clock at Belmont United Methodist Church. The focus will be transit, which is something everybody needs to be learning about, but it'll also be a great chance to sort of review what has gone on for the year. And then later this month, we will be having our annual Tree Day, which is a great opportunity to plant trees in public places and in the neighborhood. And those trees can be ordered on the WIN website at hwen.org. So I encourage people to plant trees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council Lady. Council Member Karen Johnson.
Thank you to Honorable Fabian Bedney. Am I on?
Yes.
All right, I can't tell here. District 29, I have some news in regards to our holiday party that we generally have on the first Friday in December, which the holiday party for this year that I announced at the last meeting for December the 1st is being rescheduled. And it is being rescheduled to the first week in January. So there will be some forthcoming announcements. The committee who puts together that holiday party felt like our timeline was a little bit shorter this year, and they didn't feel that we can get things in place by December the 1st. And so as a result, we are moving that holiday party to after the new year. During the first week, we think we'll also have even a greater attendance, because at that time, everybody's kind of over the Christmas holiday and Thanksgiving holiday. And so we will celebrate the new year still during the holiday season together during that time. So I will be making those announcements at that time. I also want to take a point of personal privilege and thank my loving husband for the beautiful flowers that he gave me for my birthday today. It's so rare to have your birthday fall on a council night. So I wanted to give my husband a shout out. I love you, and I thank you so much for the flowers. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Council Lady.
Thank you.
Council Member Withers. You're the last one.
Last one. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just wanted to let folks know about a couple of upcoming meetings, community meetings in the District 6 area. First of all, next Tuesday, which is the 14th of November, the Rolling Acres Neighborhood Association will meet at Eastwood Christian Church, located at 1601 Eastland Avenue. And then on Thursday, November the 16th, the Lachlan Springs Neighborhood Association will meet at 6:30 p.m. at the Shelby Park Community Center. I myself will not be present at that one because we'll be traveling for National League of Cities, but I do hope that neighbors are able to make it out to those community meetings and look forward to hearing the results of both. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Council Member. Anybody else has announcements to make tonight? All right. Council Member Hager.
Thank you, Speaker Pro Tem. We've got coming up Thursday night, DuPont Elementary has their big fundraiser, and that'll start in the morning as a silent auction from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have a live auction from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I've given them a couple of Titan tickets. It'd be great. Some people go out there and bid on those because this is their big fundraiser for the year. And we also have a supper from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And then on next week on the 14th, we're going to have the Old Hickory Homeowners Association is going to have their meeting, and we're going to announce a lot of the minute plans that we've set up for the centennial next year from June the 1st to June the 3rd, and we'll be announcing that with our logos and all the activities that are going to go on next year for the 100-year centennial of Old Hickory. Thank you.
Congratulations. Great news. Thank you, Councilmember. Councilmember O'Connell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to make a couple of brief announcements. One is that I would like to encourage Nashvillians to participate in the Veterans Day Parade on Saturday, November 11th, 2017 at 11 a.m. It will be on Broadway, basically starting at 15th Avenue and going down to 3rd Avenue. I think a number of us here in Metro Council will be participating, but it is a great way to celebrate and honor the service of our veterans, so I do hope a number of people will come out to that. I also did want to acknowledge that we are now in the period of Nashville's cold weather community response. There is a plan. You can go to coldweathernashville.com. I do encourage people to be aware of that plan. It kind of offers some guidance on how people can find their way to sheltering options as the temperature drops down to freezing and below. And I do encourage you to support any of the organizations that are involved. There are a number that have helped create the plan and actually ensure its success. So I do want to make sure that people are aware of that. Again, that's coldweathernashville.com. You can learn about the Nashville Cold Weather Community Response. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. Do we have any more announcements? Yes. Put your request there. Go ahead.
Okay. I forgot to mention at the Hermitage, we've got the Field of Honor, which is a fundraiser for the Donaldson Hermitage Exchange Club. There are over 1,000 flags out there that honor some loved one that has served in the military as a veteran. And if you want to see a site, go out Lebanon Road to the Hermitage, and you'll see over 1,000 flags. They call it the Field of Honor. And there's going to be a fireworks show. I believe it's on Saturday. You can go to their website. There'll be a fireworks show on Saturday night in honor of the veterans, and it's called the Field of Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Henderson. Yeah, I better turn that on, right? Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, Councilman Bednay. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in Green Hills at the Green Hills Hampton Inn, the Alliance for Green Hills is hosting Mayor Berry's transportation team to discuss the proposed transit plan. That is a free and open community meeting to anybody in the Green Hills area or, frankly, in West and Southwest Nashville. So starting at 7:30, there's kind of light breakfast and refreshments, and 8 a.m. is the program start, concluding at 9. So I encourage folks in Southwest Nashville to come out, learn some more about the proposed plan, and bring your questions. 8 a.m. tomorrow, November the 8th. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember. Councilor Johnson, you had, no? You don't have anything else to say? Okay. Well, I'll have it was an honor to do this today. I hope I did a little bit as good as Councilor the winner. I have a little message about the Southeast. As you all saw, we had terrible flooding today. The Stormwater Department has agreed to have a meeting to talk about the flood remediation plan on November 29th in the Southeast. So I encourage people that are watching to try to stay updated about that meeting and try to attend. We need your feedback in making sure that we have a good plan to keep Nashville safe. So just check with your local council member on the Southeast to make sure that you don't miss that meeting. Oh, I have a request by Councilor DeBurcher.
Am I on?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, Speaker. Have a few announcements for District 28. Before I get into the community events, I want to remind everybody that we are embarking on Veterans Day this upcoming. Many of you know that I am a United States Navy veteran, so I ask that any that you encounter, not just during the when we observe in Veterans Day, but every day is Veterans Day, make sure you thank them for their sacrifice, not their service. Many of our veterans, when we leave and when we take our oath and when we come back, we are not the same people that you knew when we left. We endure a lot to protect and defend our freedoms. So when you see them, thank a vet for their sacrifice and not their service. With that said, this upcoming weekend, I'm sorry, Chair, you called on me a little fast. Want to invite the community out to Ray of Hope Community Church. They are having a free community health fair, and that's November 11th, this Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and the address is 2311 Murfreesboro Pike. Also want to stress to all District 28 neighbors, if you have any questions or concerns, please email me at tanaka.virtue.gov. Please do not instant message me on Facebook and Nextdoor and those outlets. I prefer you to email me directly. You will receive a much faster response. Also, if you haven't subscribed, you can send me an email to tanaka.virtue@nashville.gov and subscribe to the district newsletter so that you can be informed of any community updates and citywide updates also. And that concludes my announcements. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, and thank you for your sacrifice. Also to the people in the audience that have served in the military, thank you as well. Council Lady Van Ruiz.
Thank you very much. I wanted to mention that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. we'll be having a ribbon cutting at the Bojangles on Gallatin Pike. So make sure and join us there at Neely's Bend and Gallatin Pike. Also wanted to remind folks that this coming Thursday is the Madison Rivergate Chamber of Commerce luncheon, and we will be going over to the guests that are there, of which all are welcome, an overview of the Station Boulevard and showing some videos and some design implementations regarding that. And also that evening, Thursday evening, is the Graymar Neighborhood Association annual Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm having Thanksgiving dinner this Thursday evening, right after the Planning Commission meeting. You'll find me at the Graymar Middle School for the Graymar Neighborhood Association Thanksgiving celebration. Also, finally, next week, since it's an off week for council, wanted to remind you that Coffee with NVR is set this month on Thursday, the 16th at 8:30 a.m. at SIP Cafe. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Council Member. Council Lady Bircher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I would be remiss also, and I don't know if it was mentioned earlier, but today is Council Lady Johnson's birthday. So if we can recognize her and say happy birthday, and if you haven't already, please go out on Facebook and say happy birthday to Council Lady Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member. Is there any more announcements? Yes. Council Member Van Ruiz.
I forgot. A big celebration to District 8. We are going to be the folks that are donating the giant Christmas tree for Metro.
All right.
We found it on Baxter Avenue, so I just wanted to celebrate with everybody. We'll be taking some pictures, but we have about a 40-foot blue spruce from District 8 for the Metro Christmas tree. So celebrations.
Nice. Well, thank you for that. And we have Council Member Rosenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I don't know if it's been mentioned, but today is Council Lady Johnson's birthday, so I just want to wish her a happy birthday. Thank you.
I think Council Lady Bircher had offered to lead the singing of the happy birthday song. All right, if there are no more announcements, I'm going to cut this off now. Thank you very much, and the meeting will start at 6:30. And I appreciate everybody in the back for being good citizens and being here to share with us the way they feel about the city. The meeting is adjourned. At this point, we'll restart at 6:30. Thank you.